All right, here we go with the second game of this three-game series over the weekend against this team from Lincoln, Nebraska. As I'm sure you know, we lost in a really exciting game yesterday, 5-4 in a shootout. Kellen Hardy got the start between the pipes, and he played a whale of a game, stopping just an onslaught of offense from this good Nebraska team, especially in the second and third periods, to keep Okanagan in the game and send it to overtime and then a shootout. But ultimately, Nebraska's offensive weapons were too much for us, and we ended up losing in the shootout on the very last shot of their three shots. They scored two goals in the shootout, and we scored just one. Okay, so 20-minute periods here. If it's like yesterday, we're going to get an ice make between all three periods, which is nice, fresh ice. All right, so just underway. Keenan, Charlie, and McGovern out there as our forwards, and Austin and Jake Lentz on the back end. That face-off won by Lincoln, sent into the near corner. McGovern poking at it, trying to get it out. Butts in. Lincoln comes out with it. That one goes wide. Now it's in the corner. Charlie Cronin's going to pick it up, sends it over to McGovern. McGovern gets pushed off the puck, and then backhanded down low. Lincoln's going to get a change. We get a partial change. There's an outlet pass to Trychek. The only lineup change here today is that Jackson Siegel's back in the lineup after his one-game suspension because of what happened at the very end of the game against the Rough Riders. A kick save by Eli Samard. I should have said Simi is getting the start between the pipes here. Samard's parents, mom at least, and some of his family came all the way out from Nebraska doing an 8-hour drive yesterday morning. Hello to Eli's dad, probably watching. All right, so face-off. Won by Okanagan, out to McAmoyle. He shoots it into the corner. Trychek's not there, though. Comes all the way out of the zone, Sanchez. And then McAmoyle retreats for the puck. McAmoyle falls down, but Sanchez is there. He shovels it up towards Trychek. And then it goes right to Lincoln. Lincoln, number 20 in the corner. Sends it up, but not out. And now here comes Vasiliev. Vasiliev with a goal yesterday. Drops it for Ryer. Ryer with 2 goals yesterday. 4 goals total. 2 for Ryer, 1 for Vasiliev. And here comes Lincoln. There's a shot and a give and go. Perfectly played. Not much Eli Samard could do about that. We got beat coming down the near side, and we did not stop the pass. Went right to the other side. Easy tap in for Lincoln, and they go ahead 1-0 after just over 2 minutes into the first period here. Okanagan needs to generate some offense now. That one goes high in the air. Conroy's looking for it, bounces out into mid-ice, and then picked up by Lentz. Lentz down the near side, activating from his defensive spot. Got Conroy with him. Conroy with the puck. Tries to send it back off the boards. Lentz is held. Sorry, that's Dormus is held. No call. There was a whale of a holding by Lincoln. There's a shot. Goes high, blocker save. So in overtime, a player for Lincoln held on to one of our players for what seemed like an eternity And the referees just held onto their whistles and said nothing about it. I could not believe it. We should have had a power play in overtime yesterday. Referees are understandably reluctant to call a penalty in overtime, as they should be, but that was so gratuitous. I can't believe that they didn't call that. Anyway, Jackson Siegel on the ice, that one right into the glove of Eli Simard. Easy save for him. So Siegel, Green, and Schiller, their first shift. Schiller's going to take the face-off. Nobody at that far point, not sure why. Face-off won by Lincoln, and then Jackson gets in the way of that shot, and it goes high but not out. Jackson's going to collect on the boards, sends it up, absorbs the check. No icing. Green on the forecheck. Player goes down, blows a tire. Jackson sends it right into the slot, but Schiller had already kind of vacated that spot. So hopefully with 4 full lines, 12 forwards, we'll generate some more offense here in this game than we did yesterday. That one held in. Odd man rush here by Lincoln. There's a shot tipped by House. Goes high up into the netting for the whistle. 15:41 to go in the first period. 1-0 Lincoln. Looks like we're over our Wi-Fi problems. Keep your fingers crossed, though. You never know. Keenan Butson's going to take this face-off. Charlie Cronin and McGovern with him, as usual. This line staying together. McGovern gets it up to Charlie. Charlie Cronin, he gets a shot off, but that's tipped and goes up into the netting. So I thought we had a 2-on-1 brewing, but that Lincoln defenseman came back in a hurry and cut Charlie off. Same 5 are going to stay out there for Okanagan. Keenan is going to take the face-off. McGovern to his left, Charlie Cronin to his right. Won by Keenan. Gets up to Sanchez. Cross-ice pass. Didn't get through. McAmoyle bats it back down low. Keenan Butson on the forecheck. Charlie Cronin keeps it in. McGovern pushing against the boards. Takes it away. Goes right to Charlie Cronin. Charlie stopped it with his skate but got away from him into the corner. And Keenan Butson is there to help him out. McGovern behind the neck. Thought about a turnaround. Shot it. But a save by the Lincoln goalie. Good aggressive play there by McGovern. He was right in the blue paint with the puck, but couldn't get it past the goalie. McAmoyle, Sanchez back on the back end. Keenan Butson stays out there with Charlie Cronin and McGovern. One of the things that Lincoln does well is getting out of their zone. Their passes are just really good. Exiting the zone, the defensemen are able to get it up ice to the forwards. Something Okanagan could work on. Sanchez behind his own net, dropped it for McAmoyle, sends it off the boards towards McGovern. McGovern trouble settling that puck, and now McAmoyle helping out. McAmoyle all tied up with a Lincoln player. McGovern pushes a player up against the boards, and Lincoln, as they've done often, controls, and there's a shot, goes high, and there's a shot from the side of the net, hits the side of the net. Charlie Cronin trying to poke at that puck, but Lincoln controls. Lincoln gets a change, partial change on the back end. That one sent down low. Good defense there by McAmoyle. And Lincoln holds it in, and then it jumps over the stick of that Lincoln defender and comes out of play. Lincoln back in. Sanchez, good defensive play. Ryer pushed off the puck and then sent down low into the corner. McAmoyle's there, as is Sanchez, sent right into the crease, but taken away by Ryer. Ryer with speed gets poked away from him. Oh, got out of danger there. Trichek had the red line, poked it down, but didn't get much on that, and Vasiliev is on the forecheck. Vasiliev has Trichek with him and Ryer. This trio did a great job yesterday, scoring 2 goals. And back comes Lincoln. They get around a player. That shot from behind the net went wide, and the net is off its moorings, and the referee blows the whistle. .17 left in the first period, still 1-0 Lincoln. Face-off controlled by Okanagan. Lentz taps it back to Austin. Austin in the far corner, shovels it up, and then it gets sent all the way down. Not going to be icing. Try check. Digging for the puck. Lincoln exits the zone, sends it all the way down. This is going to be icing. All right, Okanagan needs to generate some offense here. Ryer, Trychek, and Vasiliev stay out there. Sully and House come in on defense. Face-off won by Lincoln. Outlet pass finds its target, and then held in by Ryer. Good job by Braden Ryer. But Lincoln able to get out of the zone, out into the neutral zone, and into the Okanagan zone. How many times can I say zone within 10 seconds? Vasiliev fans on his pass attempt, then gets it over to House. House off the boards to Trychek. Trychek sends it up, but not out of the zone, held in. Vasiliev sent down low, puck on the netting, behind the net. Eli Simard, his head on a swivel, looking for where the puck is, and Lincoln comes out with it. And then Trychek gets it out of the zone. Is this going to be enough for icing? It will be. Vasiliev and Ryer climb over the boards onto the bench, and Conroy is on the ice along with Dormis and Slees. Conroy takes the face-off, wins it. Lentz with the puck, shovels it up towards Slees, a little behind him, and stolen away momentarily by Lincoln. And now Slees sends it up to Dormis. Dormis shovels it down low to Conroy. Dormis can't cut that one off. Is this going to be enough for icing? I think it will be. Yes, it will be. Looked like Austin slowed up a little bit. Sometimes if a player slows up, then they will wave off the icing, but they kept that one. So face off all the way down into the Lincoln zone. Won by Okanagan. There's a shot on goal, goes wide. That's what we want to see. Okanagan's just got to put everything on the net that they can. Test this goalie. He allowed 4 goals in yesterday's game. Good goalie, but I wouldn't say great. 2-on-1 brewing, but Austin gets back in a hurry. There's a shot saved by Eli Simard. 11:17 now to go in the first period. 1-0 Nebraska. Lincoln, I should say. Schiller's going to take this face-off. Schiller, Green, and Siegel out there for Okanagan. Puck dribbles out of the crowd towards Simard, steers it aside. There's a pass all the way up to the defense and a kick save by Eli. Schiller behind the goal. Here comes Sanchez. Sanchez with it. Sanchez using his legs, gets it up, but gives it right to the Lincoln player, and here comes a Lincoln player back, and there's a shot, save by Eli Simard. Eli has used lots of, here comes Jackson Siegel. Jackson on the breakaway. Jackson shoots it, scores! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! All right. Little trickery there from Jackson. Shot it between his legs into the goal. So now the score is all tied up. He should have done that Selly over here. should have done that celly over here. So Jackson skated over to the parents and did a little ear thing. Like Charlie Cronin takes it away. Charlie shoots it. Kick save. So I'll get back to what I was saying in a minute, but Charlie Cronin just had a really great opportunity there. I interrupted myself. Here comes Lincoln, right down the gut, gets around a player, and there's going to be a penalty. I think that's going to be on Nathan House for a slash. That player was with speed, about to go past our defense, and House with nothing to do but try to slash that player, and he's going to get ticketed for 2 minutes. Coach House is arguing his case. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Twice when Lincoln scored in yesterday's game, their captain, I think he's number 86, skated after he scored right over to all the parents, the Okanagan parents, and put his hand to his ear doing a celly right in front of the parents. And so Jackson did the same thing to the Lincoln parents when he just scored that goal. So a little bit of a payback there, I'd say. Funny how they do that. We were just watching a girls' game. They must have been like 6 to 8 years old. And some of the parents and I were saying, hey, our boys could learn something about sportsmanship from these girls, because we don't see any trash talking. But it's part of the game. It's all in good fun. Anyway, so about a minute gone in this power play for Lincoln. Okanagan doing a good job so far of killing this, and there's a goal. Just as I'm saying they're doing a good job, a pass came from behind Eli Samard to number 10, and he was all alone right in the blue paint, and he just tapped it home for the goal. So now it's 2-1. Lincoln, power play goal. Lincoln is relentless on their power play. This is not the team that we want to put on the man advantage, because they are so good at controlling the puck and just get lots of shots. If not for our amazing goalkeeping, these games, yesterday's game and maybe this one, wouldn't be as close as they are. So 9:06 left in the first period. 2-1 Lincoln. It'll go away. Just leave it. Yeah. Face-off controlled by Okanagan. Back to Austin. Austin sends it down low. Vasiliev is there. Battle with Vasiliev and Trychek. Vasiliev giving shots to that Lincoln player, Trychek, holding it up against the boards. Ryer, Lentz, Austin waiting. Referee yelling at the players, telling them to let it go. Number 2 for Lincoln just pinning it there. Finally, the puck squirts free. Ryer with it. Ryer backhands it. Ryer still with it. Ryer stick handling. Ryer still with it. Ryer cuts in front of that, tried to get it to Vasiliev. He was hanging out right in front. And now Ryer still with it. Ryer stops on a dime. Ryer shoots it high, just missed. Put right out in front by Vasiliev. Nice pass into the crease, but nobody there for Okanagan. So great offense from this trio of forwards. That shot sails wide. So Trychek, Ryer, and Vasiliev getting some great offense. 7.5 minutes left in the first period. Okanagan down by a goal. That one sent off the boards. No icing here. Sanchez back on defense. Sanchez, and now Conroy. Conroy sends it up and out. Nice pass over to Sleeves. Sleeves with speed. Down the side, jumps around a player, but taken away by a good defensive play by Lincoln. And it comes up to Dormus. Dormus shot. That one goes wide. I like what I'm seeing here from Okanagan. They are putting it on the net, good aggressive play, trying to get back into this game. Dormus bashes it down towards Conroy. Conroy in the corner, protecting that puck with his body. Now Dormus. Conroy and Dormus. Good job. McAmoyle tries to hold it in, but it comes all the way down. That's going to be an icing. Like what I see. Huh? What? No, don't worry. It's fine. It's relatively straight. .703 to go in the opening frame of this second game of a 3-game series against Lincoln. They took the first game 5-4 in a shootout. That's going to be another icing on Lincoln. So Okanagan has Lincoln back on their heels the last 2 minutes or so. The momentum shifts of hockey are one of the things that makes it such an exciting game. So Siegel, Green, and Schiller. Green drops it for his D-man. That shot goes wide. Wilmot keeps it in, sends it down towards Jackson, but didn't get through. And now Schiller takes it away, shoots it. Rebound right there. Jackson pushed out of the crease. Good opportunity. Okanagan has stepped up their play and aggressiveness. Schiller's going to take this face off again. Won by Lincoln. Lincoln gets out of the zone, gets it up the far side. Number 37 coming right down the gut. Sends it into the crease and a goal. Wow. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass. Looked more like a pass, and it just went right into the crease. And I think it went off of Eli Samard's right pad and somehow snuck between the pipes. Lincoln's now up 3-1. 6:31 left in the first period. That's not what we were looking for. I think Simi would like to have that one back. He's shaking his head. I don't know how that went in. Maybe just a lucky one for Lincoln, unlucky for us. McGovern down the far side, sends it up. Charlie Cronin backhands it into the near corner. Lincoln retreats for it, dancing around an Okanagan forward. And they send it down. Is this going to be icing? Yes, it is. Ryer's going to take the face-off. Ryer, Vasiliev, and Trychek. Lincoln with the outlet pass, sent all the way down. Another icing. No, they say no. Waved it off for some reason. And there's a player right in the slot. Lincoln, lots of passes into the slot. Here comes Trychek. Can't quite get to the puck and then leaves it behind him, but Austin is there. Ellis Austin, outlet pass up to Trychek, drops it back for Ryer. Ryer dances around a player. Ryer with speed, and then taken away by Lincoln. Sanchez, good interception there. Now on the far boards, sent down low. Sanchez on defense, right into the slot, but McAmoyle is there to break that play up. And then a hard check. And here comes Vasiliev, flips it into the middle of the ice, but no one there but a Lincoln player, and they send it back down low. Wilmot sends it up, but not out. And now Vasiliev, that one never got through. Vasiliev tries to get it up to Butson. He can't quite reach it, and that's going to be icing against OHC. Cronin, McGovern, and Butson are going to stay out there. Sully and House back on defense. 4:53 to go in the first period. Okanagan now down by 2 goals. Sent down low. House tries to flip it out. Can't quite get it out. Held in by Lincoln. Still held in by Lincoln. That one tipped in front. Wow, number 19 for Lincoln was camped out right in front of the net, and that high shot was tipped down. Good reaction there by Simi to save that one. Same 5 stay out there for Okanagan. Butson taking the face off, down low. Stick held there by Lincoln, and then it comes to him. Butson behind his own net, sends it to House. House sends it up, but not out. Yikes. Okanagan has trouble getting out of their own zone, even when they have a clean look at the puck and time and space. Still not getting the puck from our defenders up to our forwards. Big hit there by McGovern. Good physicality there. That one sent up to McGovern. McGovern shoots it. Actually, that was a pass over to Charlie Cronin. Now held in by Butson, but taken away by Lincoln. Lentz pirouettes. Sent all the way down, and that's going to be icing on Okanagan. And we're going to have a penalty. First one of the game against Lincoln, number 77, Pudakov, is going off. 2 minutes, tripping. All right, here we go with our power play. .343 left in the first period. Power play unit is going to be Tricek, Vasiliev, Cronin, Wilmot, and Ryer. So 4 forwards and a defender. Vasiliev has it, drops it for Wilmot. Wilmot sends it over to Ryer. Ryer comes up the near side, into the zone, dances around a player. He's all by himself, though. From his knees, Wilmot got it over to Vasiliev. Vasiliev takes up space, then goes over to Tricek. Tricek gets it off to Wilmot. Wilmot shoots. Puck in front, bouncing around. It's loose. And taken away by Lincoln, but kept in by Wilmot. Nice job. And then Charlie Cronin reaches for it, gets it over to Ryer. Ryer over to Vasiliev, shoots it. Right into the equipment, though, of the Lincoln goalie. And a save. So nice job there to get some shots on goal by OHC in the first few seconds of this power play. About half of it is gone. Here comes Vasiliev, gets a shot. Puck is loose in the crease, in the blue paint. Goalie having trouble locating the puck and finally covers up for the faceoff. So 1:05 left in the man advantage for Okanagan. Same 5 on this PK unit, stay out there for Okanagan. Tricek is going to take the faceoff. Tricek wins it, comes back to Wilmot, gets it over to Ryer. Right over to Vasiliev. Vasiliev with it, sends it down low to Tricek. Tricek gets it up high to Sully. Gets it over to one shot there, one-timer by Ryer. He didn't get much on it, though. Okanagan controls. Vasiliev back down to Tricek. Tricek into the crease, and there's a shot. Ryer from the blue paint had a shot. Sorry, that was Cronin. Had a shot at that rebound. And another save by number 40, the goalie for Lincoln. He's a big boy, maybe not as big as Eli Simard, who's something like 6'7". There's McGovern's shot right into the glove, though, of the Lincoln goalie. Easy save. 37 seconds left in our power play. Second power play unit on. Butson, Sleaze, McGovern. McGovern fishes it out of the pile. Skates back with it. McGovern looking, shoots. Oh, it's just skipped wide. Sleaze picks it up, gives it over to Dormus. Dormus back to Sleaze. Sleaze sends it right out in front. and then sent high by McGovern. McGovern didn't catch that pass cleanly, a little too hot to handle. And by the time he corralled it, it got tipped and went high and was gloved down by the Lincoln goalie. So 20 seconds now to go in the power play. Boy, it'd be great to get one of the two that we need to tie this game up. Well, unfortunately, the face-off won by Lincoln, and they clear it all the way down. Nathan House behind his own net, regroups, sends it up towards Dormus. Dormus down the far side. Dormus into the zone, gets away from him, and that's about going to do it for the power play. Held in by Okanagan, and then sent all the way down. The referee says no icing. Wow, I'm not sure why. McAmoyle sends it off the boards, comes out to McGovern. McGovern down the near side, gets around a player momentarily and shoots it. That one goes wide. Sanchez collects at the far end. That one never got through. Back comes Lincoln. Okanagan hurries back. Sent down low. Sanchez is on that Lincoln player. Now Sleaze puts the shoulder into a player, but collected by Lincoln. Lincoln shot, glove save, rebound, that goes wide. Lincoln gets it up to the point and then sent down low. Sanchez held up there. Looked like it could have been holding, no call. Gets it up to Jackson Siegel. Jackson uses his legs. Jackson gets it over towards Sleaze, but behind him. Lincoln into the Okanagan zone cleanly. That pass goes wide, nobody there. Lentz, and now behind the net. McAmoyle, good check there. Lincoln controlling. Lincoln still with it. Sends it right into the crease. Fortunately, that player had trouble corralling the puck. Jackson tries to clear it, but can't. Lincoln taken away. Jackson Siegel. Jackson with it, using his legs. Jackson gets it out to mid-ice, and there's the end of the first period. All right, so after one, Okanagan 1, Lincoln 3. So we're going to ring off, and we'll be back for the second period.